Okay, yesterday we learned the beginner's blues box, which was it's tabbed up in figure 1 for you to review. Your homework assignment was to take this blues box and create your own licks with. I'd given you a few examples and you were to create your own licks. Maybe you did something like figure 2 or figure 3. Well, today we're going to take it a step further and add notes outside the box. Now, these aren't actually physically outside the box if you visualize the box as the 3rd and 5th fret here and 3rd and 5th fret here. You know, it makes a nice little visual box. What we're doing is adding notes outside the key. Now, these notes are on the 4th frets in between the 3rd and 5th frets. So if you look at figure 4, now these extra notes are what I'd like to call passing notes, which means that you don't want to linger on them too long, you don't want to overuse them, and you don't want to, usually you do not want to begin or end your licks on them. You use these notes to travel in between the other notes. It's just adding a note in between. But what happens when you don't stay on that note very long, it doesn't mess with the harmonic quality of the song. All right, let's look here. All right, let's look at figure 5. And this is a lick I created using these outside notes in conjunction with the blues box. Now all I did there was I did that walk up, then I hammered on from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the A string. I returned down to the low E string, and I ended on the tonic or the root note, which is that A right there. Alright, let's move on to figure 6. Here's another lick I created using these notes. It's just a variation, just, you know, nothing fancy here. We're just reorganizing the notes in different ways and creating musical phrases with. Alright, now I mentioned before that we should not overuse these notes. So in the context of an actual song that you're playing, you really want to keep the use down to a minimum. In this next lick example, you'll see that I'm only using the outside note as a simple slide in to the 5th fret. Here it is. And last of all, here's another example of a lick using the outside notes to a bare minimum. I'm going to do that again. Now, I wouldn't at this point try to throw too many of those in there, because it is at this point going to confuse you too much. But do start thinking that I'm not limited to my 4 notes from that beginner box at this stage. I can use the notes in between or the notes outside the box that might benefit the lick I'm creating. And you know, again, at this point, you just need to play around with it, practice it, create your own licks for your homework assignment using the beginner's blocks, and throw some of those outside notes in there. And tomorrow we're going to add a couple more notes, and things are going to start getting a little bit more interesting. Hope to see you then.